Hello, my name is Nathan DeMay. Welcome to our webinar about how Discover Prime can help you to maximize your ServiceNow Express investment. A few items to keep in mind during the webinar. This webinar is being recorded. All lines have been muted. Please do not put your phone on hold or answer another call. It may trigger your hold music. A little background on us. Discover Prime is a leader in helping organizations transform manual, unstructured IT processes into ITIL-based service-centric processes and enriching traditional infrastructure-based CMDBs into service-centric CMDBs. We do this using our unique auto-discovery and dynamic service mapping processes. In this webinar, we will review an introduction to our ServiceNow Express Accelerator offering, 3 use cases: IT process automation, IT efficiency, and codeless configuration, and a demo of those 3 use cases. Discover Prime has partnered with ServiceNow to increase efficiency and lower costs for small and medium-sized businesses by elevating service management to the cloud. We provide a unique and powerful offering called ServiceNow Express Accelerator. By engaging us via this offering, Discover Prime will do the initial setup, including theming, user onboarding, and data import. We will help you with business logic setup, including approval and assignment rules. We provide top-notch mentoring and guidance, walking you through the ServiceNow Express tool and guiding you with best practices. We will get essential security and permission settings and profiles configured. And finally, we can help you to plan your roadmap so that your ServiceNow instance grows to meet the needs of your business as your business grows. Bottom line, we accelerate your ServiceNow Express investment with fast setup, days versus months, and great training. ServiceNow Express provides efficiency gains for everyone in a client's organization. For example, a requester can get the help they need without having to know exactly who to contact. This includes the ability to self-solve problems instead of calling the service desk. The structured workflow allows the requester to know the status of their request at any given time. Operators have a single view of all the work that is currently assigned to them. By prioritizing work, they can improve efficiencies and complete work in a more timely manner. All required data is provided up front, so there's no wasting time chasing down what is needed to complete the request. Managers can see exactly what their team is working on and assign requests based on current workloads. They can see on demand if their SLAs are being met and escalate items that are close to breaching an SLA. Managers get a view of their processes as a whole and can easily report on KPIs. Executives have full visibility into workloads and what their groups are working on. Executives may not care about every request, but through the use of task boards and dashboards, they can easily check on scenarios they may want to prioritize and escalate. For example, they may only want to see all Severity 1 incidents that are within 10 minutes of breaching an SLA. Codeless configuration allows you to easily set up or modify your instance with drag and drop functionality. We also offer additional add-ons that will complement your implementation. For example, setting up Okta integrations allows organizations to automatically synchronize users and groups from their user management systems and enables single sign-on operations. Assets can be imported from existing managed data reports to enrich out-of-the-box ITSM processes. ServiceNow Express offers a repeatable and reliable method to identify the elements of enterprise IT infrastructure, making it possible to capture an accurate and up-to-date map of CIs and their relationships. Now I will go into the demo of self-service portal, visual task boards, and finally, codeless configuration. For the first use case, I will demo the self-service portal. In the top left-hand search box, I will type in Service Catalog. and choose the first result that comes up. The service catalog allows end users to become self-sufficient. Users can route their requests to the proper groups without having to call the service desk. Now let's review 4 of the self-service options available. Get help with an issue allows for submission of incidents for help. Get stuff allows an end user to order services and products. Get knowledge allows end users to search the knowledge base for solutions to their issues and questions. Check status allows an end user to check the status of any open requests that they have. Now I'm going to show you how to order a laptop from Get Stuff. After clicking Get Stuff, there are 2 categories to choose from. In this instance, I will choose Hardware and Sales Laptop. The order form for Sales Laptop shows us basic information like technical specifications and a list of optional software. This form is fully customizable to include whatever information an organization needs to include. I'm going to go ahead and add some optional software, PowerPoint, Acrobat, and let's do Photoshop. And click Order Now. Here's the confirmation screen showing that the order has moved into the next stage, which is approval. And now I'm going to return to the main catalog by clicking back to Catalog. Next, I'm going to show how to report an outage. Click on Get Help, and I click on Report Outage. I need to choose the software that is experiencing downtime. So in the search box, I will type Outlook. And I need to choose the time that I noticed the issue. So I'll click here and I'll just accept that. I also want to report on the error message that I'm getting. And finally, I'll click Submit. Clicking Submit creates an incident. Here's the incident number, and assigns it to a group who can then assign it to an agent. Note that this ticket is a severity 1 and is assigned to the service desk group. The next use case shows the benefits and powers of task boards. So back to the search box, and I'm going to type in task board and select My Task Boards. Here are some boxes for each of the task boards relevant to my role. I'm going to choose Group Incidents by Priority. And after the board loads, to make it easier to see, I'm going to collapse the left-hand navigator by clicking the arrow on the bottom left. A task board is a graphical representation of the data within ServiceNow Express. In this case, the chosen board shows all assigned incidents for the user and the user's group. To reassign the priority level for a given incident, I can just drag and drop the card from one column to another. So for example, laptop replacement, I can change that from a high to a moderate. An incident can also be easily assigned to people by dragging the names of relevant people from the top bar here to the card. So I'm going to add Don Goodlife. And clicking on the incident, I can now add additional comments. And click Post. And now my comments are saved. Task boards are dynamic, and every user can create a task board for the information relevant to them. For example, an operator might have all of the incidents assigned to her and her team grouped by the person to whom the incident is assigned. A manager might have a task board showing all incidents assigned to his group, or task board showing incidents assigned to the group but not yet assigned to a person. An executive might not care about incident details, but would like to have a task board of all priority 1 incidents that are about to breach an SLA. The bottom line is that visual task boards allow IT employees to work more efficiently with useful dashboarding and reporting, helping them focus on the things that matter most to their job. Our final use case will examine codeless configuration. Come back up here to the search box. And I'm going to search for business logic. And select assignment rules. Here we have a list of assignment rules, and I'm going to choose networking. Business logic rules allow customers to configure their workflow without any coding or scripting. In the networking rule, we have the option to assign it to a group and to an individual. This is extremely easy and allows for very quick setup and modification later on. Codeless configuration works the same way for all the configuration rules. All are easy to set up and modify as needs change. Now I'm going to do some table management. And I'm going to choose design form. Now I will pick incident from the table drop-down list and click Next. And now we're looking at the form that is related to the incident table. These are the fields that are currently in the form. On the left-hand side are all the fields that are available out of the box. There are also field types available out of the box. It's easy to add new attributes to the form by dragging a field type from the left directly onto the form. So I'm going to choose string as a type and stick it under knowledge. And I'm going to rename that error message. And then click Save. And now I'm going to search for incidents. And it doesn't matter which one we pick, we can just pick this first incident that comes up. And looking over here, error message, the field error message has been added to this form right underneath knowledge, just as we did in the previous screen. Easily configured without any coding or difficult processes, very, very simple.
To recap, in only a few minutes we have shown you the great power and flexibility of ServiceNow Express, starting with easy management of IT processes to incident assignment logic, and finally codeless form configuration. This concludes the webinar. Please reach out to us to learn more about our ServiceNow Express Accelerator offering. We can schedule a thorough yet simple demo focused on our quick time to value, how to leverage your existing investments, how we maximize best practices, and how you can benefit from our training and mentoring. Thank you again for your time today.